Thanks for stopping by for this week's 2 Minutes with Tim. Remember, you can get past editions of 2 Minutes with Tim at timvanronselen.com. This week I want to talk about social media and lawsuits. Many people these days share a lot of their lives with everyone on social media, and whether that's Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, those kind of things we put out there are out there forever. And if that's our thoughts about the day, about a sunset, which I tend to put on social media, or other things, they're out there forever. Many people, when they get involved in personal injury lawsuits, tell people about what happened to them in their social media accounts. And so they go on Facebook and talk about what happened to them in a car crash, a bike crash, a boat incident, or something like that. Many people, when they've been in a crash like that, they don't know how seriously they've been injured until several days later. And I always caution people to be very careful about making any statements regarding the extent to which you've been injured on social media. And the same thing applies really in any other litigation, whether that's business litigation or anything like that. I've tried cases recently where this kind of stuff comes in before juries. Oftentimes, juries get really upset with the party who's introducing evidence from social media. In my experience, juries feel like that's off base and it should be, private conversation, and it's not proper for the party to introduce that. And I've seen juries get upset with the party that did introduce it, regardless of what was said. I always caution people to be very careful. Think before you click. Think before you post something. Remember that what you're saying today, number one, you may not know what you're really saying. If you report what you think you know, that could be very different, especially from a medical standpoint. I recently had a client just come in yesterday who initially was told by the emergency room she just had a sprain from a fall. Well, it turns out a few days later an MRI was done and she had significant structural damage to her knee. If she had given a recorded statement or put something out about that, that could have certainly been used against her later on. Even though she wasn't lying, she was just telling people what she had been told. So think about it, think before you click, and remember that what you put out there can be out there forever. If you have any questions about social media usage or about lawsuits, remember to give me a phone call. I'm happy to talk with you. It doesn't cost you anything just to call me. My number is 573-635-7977. Thanks for stopping by for this week's 2 Minutes with Tim.